Hi, so in this series what we're just going to look at is we're now going to sort of get a breakdown of the page views by percentages. So I click here into my table design, click up here, go to summarize a pivot table, and I want to basically keep it on the same worksheet. So I go down to existing worksheet, click down here, and I go to page views. Okay, and then I just click over here. So I have everything in one location and then click OK. That's my starting point. Right. So what I do in this case is I'm doing page views. So I drag page views down to here, and I drag page views down to values again. Right. And now what I want to do is I basically want to put these into buckets, the rows. So I do a right click and I do a thing called grouping. So for example, I might say I'm going to start at 0, end at this one, grouping by 10, click OK. All right. Now you can see there straight away it's kind of given me this breakdown of the different numbers. Now if I want to, what I could do is I could do a percentage on that. So I can go to my field list, go to sum of page views again. Okay. Right click, change it to sum. Okay. And what I do with this one is I'm going to change the setting to a percentage. So right click, and I just go down to show values as percentage of grand total. Okay. And I'm also going to rename this to percentage of grand total. And then click OK. Right. And if I want to, then also could add kind of data bars to that. So go to conditional formatting, data bars. So you get to see where the highest numbers are. Click on that, drop down beside it, all cells showing. Okay, so straight away we can kind of see that, 210 to 29 in terms of that's the one with the greatest percentage of the overall. Now the last bit on this is just to add a chart to it. So I just click in it, pivot table analyze, pivot chart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a thing called a combo chart because I want to show both the percentages and numbers on it. So click on combo, sum of page view, percentage of grand total, and if you look there, put it on the secondary axis, which means it'll appear on an axis on the right hand side. Okay, so then I click OK, and I now have it down here. All right. So you can see there straight away that when you look at it, that for example, let's say there's quite a high, for example, let's say people who have between 230 and 239, they're one of the highest rates of percentages, and then another 210, 219 is another one. So it allows you just to see that spikes on it there. Or I could just move it up around if I want to. Okay, so you have that done. And then you basically do the same thing for your participation. Back to participation. Click in here, table design, summarize pivot table. On existing worksheet, click here, and then I go down to participation. And I just click over here. I'll do the same thing again, except for this one. I choose my participations here. You just add it twice to your pivot table. And then just right click, group, and start at 0, and put in groups of 10. Okay, all right, see a different picture of it then. And then I just use my home, conditional formatting. The data bars just gives you a quick picture of it. And don't forget to do that last step then, which is all cells showing. It's actually fairly equal then. And then for this one then you're just going to add a pivot chart again. Pivot table, analyze, pivot chart. I choose the combo. Let's see. Of course I forgot to put on my percentages on it as well, didn't I? So I just go to field list, drag participations down again. Just change that to sum. Show values as percentage of grand total. Then go to pivot chart again, choose my clustered column, you put the line onto the secondary axis, and then you get the picture then on it. Right. Now the other thing, I'm just going to change this to sum of participations. That'll give you a slightly different picture. Right. Now what you can also do in here is if you go down to this one, and you can actually just make the font a little bit smaller. You always have a bit of a trade-off, I think, with these things between getting the space on it. Okay, and you might decide maybe to remove that. Okay. So that gives you a little bit of a picture of it. All right, so I hope you found this useful. Right, mind yourself, take care, bye.